We are broadcasting live from some of the flood-hit areas across the North Island. Right now, I am in Mount Albert, the Auckland suburb of Mount Albert, and we're standing in Danica Paki's backyard. Danica, thanks for being with us. And Paul Riley. Paul is Danica's neighbour. Danica, this is not normally a feature in your backyard, 10 metres away from your house. Tell us what we're seeing here.
Yeah, so on Friday, the entire cliff has come down about 20 metres. So it's probably about 6:30 p.m. We heard a massive sort of almost like a thunder rumble, and the entire cliff has come down from the Moonga into the back of our section. It's about 40 metres wide and about 20 metres deep, and as you can see, pretty thick here, and it's created sort of two massive channels that have now gone into our neighbour's property and pretty much swallowed up these guys' pool.
And we can see, George, if we look around to the front here, we can see the channels that you tried to cut to redirect some of the water. What was that like, that torrent, Paul?
The water, I've never seen water in the volumes like that before. It was coming down from our pool over the path like Niagara, over each step, round to the side of the house and running right down to the road down there. So never seen volumes like it before.
And how long have you been living here?
36 years we've been here, and there's been one other episode a number of years ago, and the bank at the front went down, as it has done again in another section, but no, it's a one-off, that's for sure. We don't want to see it again.
Well, the concern is, because of course this is not the end of the rain, so you've been looking to try and get help to prevent this actually running into your home. Danica, how has that been?
Yeah, it's been pretty awful, to be honest. We sort of first call into council 6 a.m. on Saturday morning, on hold all day, no responses, a couple of hang-ups from council, which is really frustrating. We had a really good support from the fire department, who came out and sort of assessed things and advised that we didn't sleep here, which was a good piece of advice, but absolutely nothing until yesterday afternoon. Finally, we've managed to get a response, taking action today, so we're hoping we're going to have some sort of remedy for us so that we can hope that this doesn't climb into the back of our place.
Yeah, well, just take a look at these pictures while we're talking. You can see really those roots have just been absolutely upended, and it does still look precarious. There's a big hole just behind this slip, and the water will be still able to get into that, although you have done some sandbagging up the mountain, haven't you, Paul?
That's right. Yeah, Danica and her husband arranged all of that, and along with some planking in the driveway, but we've done our best, but you can't fight nature in any way, so we're not going to win. It's won, and we just need it cleaned up as quickly as possible.
Paul, you had a visitor yesterday afternoon. Tell us about that.
Well, the visitors were from the council. We'd been yellow stickered in the morning and told that we could stay there, but it was our risk. And we thought, well, I was going to stay, my wife was leaving, and in the afternoon more people turned up and said, well, no, they've changed their mind and you're now red stickered, you can't stay here. And I said, well, this morning your specialists or your geotech people were adamant. I said, he was the top man, supposedly. I can't tell you what his name was, but...
Have you ever been told before, when you bought the house, that this was a danger, this was a risk?
No, it's not in a flood zone.
And no. So if someone knocked on your door yesterday afternoon, I understand you're a local MP, and you told them, what
That's
did you
right.
say?
Oh, well, Jacinda came up to see us and, had heard all about, what was going on, and I was in the lounge, and I heard a knock at the door, and, can we help you? And I called out, well, you can if you brought a shovel with you, and walked out and realised that it was her.
Did she have a shovel?
No, she didn't. No, I have several if she wanted to borrow a couple. Yeah.
Danica, what is the plan today? All of this that we can see behind us, what's going to happen this morning?
Yeah, so apparently they're going to bring a crane and potentially a helicopter to try and first deal with the trees. So the trees are the biggest risk at the moment if they topple forward. As you can see, they're all really tall enough that if they came forward they would come into the back of both of our houses. So the plan is trees first, and then looking at some sort of stability for the earth.
Because it's not just these trees here, George. If you would follow me, it's gone all the way along here. This is a whole bank. We're not just talking about one section. This has gone into, it looks like about 3 or 4 properties that is affected. Danica Paki and Paul Riley, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you being here with us this morning. It's been a trying weekend for you both.